What up, boys? In today's video, we're gonna talk about SmartTract because this pump pulled me out of retirement. Like, I didn't want to do PE no more. I was pretty bored. I was bored, bro. Like, especially pumping. Like, pumping is something I always dreaded because I was using like little shitty pumps. Like, we're using little shitty auto pumps like this little piece of shit Magna Pro. I was using this and it was using me. Like, first of all, it's very weak. My power button fell in the hole. So it's impossible for me to really recommend this at this point, just because I see so many people saying that their shit broke, just like my shit broke. SmartTract is the pump that you need when you want your pump to be as smart as you are, okay? So something like this is really going to take your girth routine to the next level, and it's going to challenge you. My sessions on here, like I could show you, they're all pretty short, literally like under 30 minutes. This is one of my routines. You can see 20 minutes 52 seconds 20 minutes and 42 seconds. I'm gonna show y'all what's going on in the box. So in this little carrying case, which is, you know, pretty premium material, nice little handle. I actually carried this to my girlfriend's house the very first time I used it. Had a really good night on her birthday. So that was the day I made my post, my original post. And normally that doesn't happen, but because, like, you know, first time I use something, I'm not overly impressed. But with this, it was different. With this first pump session was probably the best pump session in my life. Now I'm gonna show you what's inside. Alright, so first thing you get is instructions. So these instructions are very simple. Big ass pictures, big ass words. So even if you're a bit slow or, like, you know, struggle with technology, this is gonna get you started on the right foot fairly quickly. So first you get that simple book, QR code for the app. The app is very important. I recommend everybody get the app, even if you don't have SmartTract, just to, you know, be able to track your sessions and help you track your progress overall. Open it up. So I have some things that you may not have in your collection, but this is literally what I use every day, sometimes twice a day. Sometimes I'll switch out the lube for some lotion. This lotion is really good. So first you have the start of the show, which is this, but this is the co-star of the show. This is 2125 wide flange, good quality. You can see these numbers. These numbers are great. You can hear and see them, how raised these numbers are. So these numbers will never come off. They'll never come off. Got a little SmartTract sticker. Obviously your valve. And it's just, you know, regular cylinder. Now you see my markings up top. So with these markings, this basically represents where I hit at the end of my session. So you can see that over time it went up or went down. This was the first time I used the pad. So this pad, this is Curveball's pad. Shout out to Curveball. He sent me a DM yesterday. But yeah, with this pad, it goes on like this. So basically, I usually use it without the pad all the time, but sometimes I use the pad just to make things a bit more comfortable. And all you gotta do is pull this around and pull that around, and you get a perfect donut. Perfect seal. And this takes the comfort to the next level. It's real, like, jelly material. So what happens is it kind of nerfs a little bit of length. So what happens is it adds about an inch and a half to the bottom of the pad, so it's going to be a little bit lower. And this was the first time I used it, ended up here. Second time I used it, ended up around 7.5, so right around here. And normally without it, I'm around here. This is what I made yesterday, so right around 20 cm. And I just think that the cylinder is pretty good for what you need it for. Now, I actually use this more than I use my LA pump. Now this is the actual heat pad that I use. I got this from Base Steam. So you really just take your USB-C, plug it in, and you get 3 different time spans. That's off. So yeah, just IR. Very nice, simple pad. Gets the job done really well. Next thing I have is my hose. So with my hose, it's a bit different than what you'll have in your kit. I connected 2 together. So I have one 18-inch and another 18-inch, and I just put them together. So I have a whole lot of reach. And this works great because I could be here with it, have my tube over here, and I don't have to worry about holding this at all. I control everything with my phone. Now, this right here is obviously the star of the show. You get some good quality aloe lube right there. This right here is the cream that I use for my frenulum. So when I want to go with an intense session, which usually happens after I do some extending, I have a little bit of edema, so I'll use this because safety first. Put that on, then I put on my lotion, or I put on my lube, and that allowed me just like double the comfort in my opinion. Now with this, if you don't have a frenulum problem, or if you're not uncut, or you don't have a tight frenulum because you put on gains or whatever the case may be, you don't have to worry about that step at all. But this is the device itself. Pretty small for what you get. I mean, like, for the battery life that's in here, this is pretty small. Like, compared to my TCL remote, it's about 2 remotes side by side. If you want to compare it to the Lila Magnum Pro, it's about a Magna and a half. Now, obviously, my Magna is dead. This no longer works. My power button fell in a hole, and even if you touch the button, like I got to slap my pinky in there and hold it, and nothing happens. So, pretty much a dud. Build quality on this is shit. Realistically, you could probably use this hose as well and just have a little extra connection if you want to, but it's up to you, because this hose obviously also fits this. So you could do what you want to do. Obviously, this is the one I use. Now in here you have the sleeves. So sometimes you'll see me using pump sleeves and things like that, so I just keep them in here so they're all in one place. This is the charger that you get with it. This lights up green while it's charging. It's red. When it's done charging, it turns green. It's just super light. Like it's just super light, and it charges really fast as well. But let's get to the device itself. So this is the power button. This is the connect button to sync it with your phone, which you really don't really need because it does it automatically most of the time, pretty much all the time. This is the reset. So if you need to reset your shit anytime for whatever reason, just tap that with a pen or something. Next thing you have is play, pause. You have up, down, directional keys, side, side, and stop button is also the power button. So you just hit it one time, it turns on. Real simple, SmartTract Go. As you can see, in battery life, the time, it's almost 12 p.m. I have my 3 workouts: Spark, Light Pulse, and 19X. And here you have manual pump and pulsating pump. Now manual pump is the thing I usually start with. So I go straight into it, and what happens is I'll dial it down to about 450, and then I'll plug this in, and then I'll get to work. And then I'll just manually manipulate this. This is the timer. When the timer gets to usually 12 to 20 minutes, my session is over. And I think that's the best way to warm up. It's also the best way to kind of figure out what you're comfortable with doing. Now, when I'm not warming up, because that's what I do when I get home from work. That's my warm-up session. It's like 30 degrees in New York. So when I come home from work, I work 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. So when I come home from work, I'm hopping in the shower. So before I hop in the shower, do a nice little session. And after the session, go in the shower, wash off my dick, come out, and then I tape up. And after I tape up, obviously, I put on my cup. You know what I'm saying? Real simple shit. But yeah, very simple process. Turn it on. And just like that, you're in your session. Hold it down for 2 seconds, it turns off. So in real time, you turn it on, right? SmartTract Go. Hit that. Next thing you do, connect that, spark, and you're right into your session that fast. And honestly, this makes pumping so easy, because programming this, syncing it with your phone, is a breeze. Everything you want to do with a pump, you can do with this. Anything you can imagine, you can program with this. Any form of method, style, rip, pack. If you want to do intervals, if you want to do static work, manual work, you can do it with this. And everything is obviously programmed. The rest of the settings, you have the device information, you have factory reset, you have your routine storage, you have your history storage. See, I had 24 workouts on the device, but really I reset it like twice, so you don't really know how many exactly I had. Manual pumping, pulsating pumping, had Spark, Light, 19. And honestly, if I didn't have this, I probably wouldn't be pumping. You also have the ability to switch it to KPA. So if you want to switch it to KPA, you can switch it to KPA, or you can switch it to NHG. I like inches of mercury, so mine is in NHG. Clear workout logs, factory reset. So yeah, everything you need for an easy workout is here. But the main star of this whole system, this whole setup, is the app. So this is very simple, honestly. And like I said, this fits really good in the hand. Like, fits really good in the hand. And for the most part, if you have a long enough wire, you don't even gotta touch it. Look how much extra wire I have. So you just put it on. Let me zoom out real quick. Just put it on. You have all this wire. You know what I'm saying? And the wire, it gives you so much reach. You can put it wherever you want to. So with this, you just hit that, turn it on. Very simple process. As soon as that turns on, you see SmartTract Go. Got a warning. And then you can see my workouts. So I got Spark, I got Light Pulse, got 19X. And then you're ready to go. Now realistically speaking, so you have a stop button, you have a pause button. Now it's gonna make extra noise because my dick isn't in the tube, obviously. But I just want to show you how fast you can go from nothing to your session. So all you gotta do, obviously, pick it up, turn it on. Boom. And then I always go to my third, which is 19x. Spark, 19x. And you're in your session. So what you have here is you have your target pressure, you have the time. So I have 5.5 in HG, right? Then you have the defined time. So my session when I first start is a static. So this static set is 3 minutes and 30 seconds with 3-second rest. Right here you see the session length, and here you see the total amount of time. So this whole session only lasts about 18 minutes, maybe 17 and 30. You know what I'm saying? So under 18 minutes should be done. Obviously we have 19 sets, and you could cycle through the sets. So say you want to skip a set, right? See, I'm skipping 3, set 4, set 5. And you can obviously see I'm on set 4, right? So 35 seconds, 3-second break. Now I'm at 6 HG. So that'll take me to 6 for 35 seconds. It'll pause for 3 seconds. And then it'll reset to the next set. So same thing. Skipping. And it's just very easy. Like, so this is the pause button and the play button. So if you get to a point where you need a little rest, just pause it. Very simple. If you want to stop the set completely and go to another routine, hit that. That'll take you right back here. And then you can pick whatever other routine you want to go through. So like this one, 6 HG, 40 seconds of pumping, and 4 seconds of rest. 21 sets, 20 minutes. So my sets are short towards the end of my session. Sometimes I start in the beginning with something that's a little bit longer, just to like wake the dick up a little bit. Then I go into my shorter intervals. But it all depends on what I'm trying to do that week. So this is just things that you don't really have to tinker with too much. Manual pumping, I like this. So when I do it, it's a bit different because this is like part of my warm-up process most of the time. So I just go into manual mode and I'll drop the pressure because it automatically defaults to 8. So I usually take it to 5.5. Then I'll stick my dick into the tube and then pump up to 5.5 and then just stay there. And then I'll just control it like that. Just like that. And normally my sessions are 12 to 15 minutes, maybe 12 to 20 minutes. It's the first thing I do when I get home from work. It's 30 degrees outside of New York. So as soon as I get home, nice little 12 to 20 minute pump session with light pressure. It's really all I need to kind of get back in my zone and really start my length session. It's basically shock loading. So I'm doing my girth work, then I'm going straight into my length work after. So I hop out the shower, all warmed up, then I tape, and then I throw on my cup, then I throw on my extender, and usually that's when I start working with my clients. And it's also pretty lightweight, to be honest. Like, this thing weighs maybe 2 pounds. That might be a stretch. But yeah, this thing is pretty dope. Like, if you're being completely honest, this thing is super cool. Like, super cool. Just don't drop it. Like, don't drop it and you shouldn't have any problems. And also the build quality is really good. You can shake it, there's no rattling at all. Fits perfectly in hand. So usually just have it sitting down like that. Sometimes it's on the side, so it'll be like that. And then the tube will be on my D like this. So I'll have this on and then I'll have it over there like that. And just perfect setup, bro. Real easy shit, you know what I'm saying? Put this on, get up here, let it do what it do. Most of the time it's hands free. It's just on my D. I don't gotta do shit. Anybody that wanna take their pump game to the next level, you kinda need one of these. I consider this to be an essential device if you want gains. Now, you don't have to get this right now, you know, but as somebody who spent a fair amount of money on pumps, if I could only have to go back in time and buy one pump, I would do that, you know. I bought so many pumps, like, that it kind of made me feel like, you know, I wish this existed back then so I could only have to buy one. So, yeah. If you're a newbie, definitely consider getting this as your very first pump. This is beginner friendly because you can control everything from your phone. Like, you can set whatever routine you want. I don't care how basic, how newbie friendly, how advanced your session will be. You can build it on your SmartTract. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing I like the most. It's not scary. Like, this is not a scary device. Now, say you're a super rookie. You want to start at 4.5. You can start at 4.5 HD, bro, if you want to. You know what I mean? Like, don't ever have to feel like you're rushing to high pressures because you don't need it. Like, the highest pressure I went up to with this is 11 HD. This thing is just dope, bro. Now, if you don't want to have a double connection, you don't have to have a double connection. You could just pop this off and then connect right here. But like I said, I enjoy having the extra reach that I have with this because I could have that across the room and have a good session just like this while that's over there and still have, you know, a really good session. So hands-free is the best for me. Obviously, since I might use this bad boy, this comes with a pad, but the pad was a bit tight. It came with this pad right here. I cut it to try to make it a little bigger for me, but as you can see when you compare the two, like this donut and that hole, like it's a bit bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just bigger. So you can kind of see the difference, how much material is on the inside compared to the hole. So yeah, this one is just bigger, it's softer, and it creates a perfect seal. So it's not necessary, but it's a great add-on to the pump. Now, like I said, 8 times out of 10, I'm using it raw. Like, I'm not using a pad or a sleeve or anything like that. It's just this wide flange on my body. And I don't know, by the end of the year, I want to be getting to 20, like, comfortably. And that's really my goal right now. But with my dick, you know, I have a curve. So, like, it always gets there and then it curves. So, I don't know. If it's straight, I would probably be hitting that. But, like, I wish it was something that was slightly bigger than a 2 and slightly smaller than a 2125. But, you know, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. A pump is a pump is a pump. And like I said, this is one of the best cylinders I've ever had. Not enough good things I could say about this. Like, there's no negatives with having this setup or this device. Now, is it essential? I wouldn't say it's essential, but it's fantastic. It's the best pump money can buy. It's wireless. Who don't want a wireless pump? Who don't want something that you could just wear and walk around with? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could put this in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? This literally fits in my pocket. I could put this in my back pocket and call it a day. You feel me? But most of the time, I'm right here. And I just put it on. And I have it across the room. And that's how my session goes. Very simple process. If you're somebody who struggles with consistency with pumps, this is definitely the thing that you need. And also, this screen. This screen is a perfect size for what you need to do with this shit. For me, like, half the device is buttons. These buttons feel amazing. So, spark. So, wear your SmartTract pump. Press play to begin. Got a timer. And go. So, exercise totals. So, however many sets you have, you'll see that here. You can skip sets. So go to set 2, go to set 3, go to set 4. You can repeat a set. So go back to set 3, go back to set 2. You can pause it, play. You can increase the pressure. So you could go up, you could go down, go to another routine, and go. Pause. Like, it's just an amazing device, bro. And it's so easy to use and control. Stop, turn it off. Yeah. So there you have it. Very simple video on SmartTract Go. Like I said, I got shit to do today. It's Friday, and I want to use this before I go out. And yeah, I'm feeling like a crackhead right now. Like, I just really want to put it on. I was supposed to go see my girlfriend last night, and I passed out. Like, I had a little bit too much fun yesterday. I didn't have time to go to a crib, and I lost my parlay. Got pretty mad. Ended up going to a party. Got drunk. Came back home. Fell asleep. And yeah, I didn't get to go see her. So gonna do that today. It's still early in the day. So first thing I'm gonna do is get my pump on.